If you had a treehouse as a youngster, you had a source of some great childhood memories. Well, one child's treehouse over in East Nashville is now the neighborhood's newest and one of its most unique places to grab dinner. Here's Tammy Arnder for a tasty tour of the Treehouse Restaurant.
5 Points in East Nashville, where 11th, Woodland, and Clearview streets intersect. Once a modest middle to low income neighborhood, now one of the hippest, happiest areas of Music City. Right in the heart of this artsy zip code is the Treehouse. Yes, literally, a treehouse.
And it was all based upon the fact that when my parents were living here, my dad built a treehouse for my niece. And she was roughly 10 years old at the time. And so that became our theme. And it also is a bit of a landmark for the neighborhood.
I think it's because it's an icon of the neighborhood. It just has been kind of our mascot, our heartbeat. It's such a funky looking treehouse. It's not really designed perfectly or up to scale. And I think that wonkiness kind of gives it that character. And that was kind of the heartbeat behind the idea of Treehouse.
Yep, the same hands that nailed that recognizable beginning of George Strait's Amarillo by Morning nailed together the boards of this place, Buddy Spiker. But before the number ones and the consistent session work came along, Buddy needed an affordable place to live.
He was here in this neighborhood for a long time before it became hip to be in this neighborhood. And so he was an early pioneer at 5 Points, which is really awesome. He moved here in 1957 and lived in East Nashville a handful of times, but when they settled in this little street here, it was I call him the accidental real estate baron because he's made some really good real estate choices, whether he realized it at the time he was or not.
But he also made a good choice to build the above-ground playground, not just for his granddaughter, but it was also sort of a music room for him.
I would go up there, I could open the window and practice and get a suntan at the same time because the sun's always going down this way. But anyway.
Now this treehouse here was actually added on so that people can come up here and dine. Matter of fact, even Steven Tyler from Aerosmith has dined in this little spot. But that right there, that is the treehouse that Buddy Spiker built for his 10-year-old granddaughter at the time, Brandy.
Now the treehouse is part of the ambiance of the restaurant. Corey, Buddy's nephew, had worked in nearly every capacity of the restaurant business around Nashville. He approached Uncle Matt about transforming the old family home into an upscale dining destination. So the two gutted the house and repurposed as much as they could during the renovation.
The wood from the walls was 100-year-old wood and it was beautiful, so we redid the wood to become the tables and chairs. So the tabletops, the chairs themselves, all were basically repurposing wood that was from the house. The front of the bar, you'll see that there's doors. Those were the doors from the house, the bedrooms and whatnot. And we try to do that anywhere we could. The walls are now made of clay and they emit negative ions. You know, it's like we put a lot of thought into things.
All the lighting fixtures are flashlights that we converted into our pendants, and we really just wanted to have that. We didn't want to beat people over the head with the actual treehouse thing, but we wanted to kind of just incorporate little pieces to it.
And certainly not an afterthought, the food. 2016 Eater.com Chef of the Year Jason Zigmont is the master in the kitchen. His menu focuses on seasonal, locally sourced items. Sometimes the menu can change twice a day, depending on what local vendors bring in.
We just have to change the menu to keep up with the changing of the season and keep up with our farmers. But we also changed it up a lot to keep ourselves interested and excited at the same time. We're here every day, doing it every day, so we want to be as engaged and have as much fun as the customers do when they come and eat.
Chef Zigmont loves the idea of having a tightly knit staff, so each day the front of the house and the back of the house break bread together at what's called family time. Matt embraced this idea.
It's not a business moment, it's a hang out and talk moment and catch up. And I think that that's really helped us collectively as a group tighten and get to know one another. And I just think, I always liken this to a ship. And if the ship's ever taken on water, the person beside you's got to have the same motives and beliefs that you've got. So you really get to know each other and trust each other and back each other up.
It's all about relationships and community at the Treehouse, making new memories and conjuring up old ones, maybe even sharing a secret or two, just like kids are prone to do in a treehouse. You might end up sitting at a table with strangers, but no doubt you leave as friends, which is exactly what the Spikers want.
Having a sense of community, our seating tends to be more communal seating, and it just really brings that all together.